One of your options is to use Google Sites to create a website for your newspaper. Click on the link and it will bring you here. You're going to go up to blank, and this is where you're going to design your newspaper. If it's your first time, you will get a lot of pop-ups. That's okay. Be sure to include a name in the upper left-hand corner. That will provide your website address. Here you can choose an image to put at the top of your newspaper. Here allows you to change the size. Once you've done that, you can start adding your text. Simply click Text Box. You can make columns by simply resizing, like so, or you can have it the width of the page, up to you. Just like a Google Doc, you can change the look of it by changing your font. You can add more text boxes to do things like putting in your date. By default, Google always adds text boxes and other things one line at a time. If you want to put more than one text box in an area, you need to resize the width and then drag them up using that little bar right there. To insert images, go to Images and you can upload them from your Chromebook, or you can go to Select. You can do a search. If you have an image on a web page and you want to put in the URL, you can do that as well. Again, just like with the text boxes, it's going to put it down a line. If you want to move it up, you can do that. You just have to make sure that you've resized appropriately. You'll notice that this attached to the photo, you can click on it and move it around. But when you do that, things will attach. You'll notice these are now connected. If I want to move one of them, I have to do a second click to move it somewhere else. Google is also going to have a default text style. So if you want them to match, if you've changed them, you're going to have to go in, see what it is that you've changed it to, and then change it to the same thing. There you go, now they match. So you can play around with size to make them fit together better. You can go over to the side here and change the layout. So if you want to have a background color style, you can do that, and each section can be different. In between sections, you can go down to divider and add a divider. Like Wakelet, you can also add things like YouTube, Maps, Docs from your Google Drive. So if you have something that you've done on a Google Doc and you want to add that, you can do that as well. You can play with different layouts here. This allows you to really set it up like a newspaper. So you could put in your text box, resize it like so. And remember to just move things with that draggable right there. You can format your titles and headings and subheadings by clicking here. You can add maps. You can also add YouTube. You should be able to fit all of your requirements in, but if you have any questions, remember you can always ask me. Once you have all of the requirements in, you can hit Publish, and you'll see the web address here. It's the same as the name you've given up here. You can change it if you want, and you'll notice that right here, you'll see what your published site will be. hit publish. You can add your teachers as collaborators if you want, or you can simply share the website by copying the link right here and giving that to them the way that they ask, either by email or putting it in a spreadsheet or uploading the link to your Google Classroom. Have fun.